Okay, welcome back to another episode of the
Patrix&Patrica
Show.
Show.
Okay, she got all kind of octaves coming in now. That's enough.
It's never enough, baby.
Yeah, it's enough. We got to move on and talk about the meat of the
they need to know
season.
who's talking. It's the show. Oh,
Oh,
hold on, I can blow
cut.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this and come back. Okay.
No, sir.
Anywho, woo. Who watched the takedown of Kenya Moore?
Well, would you say it was a takedown?
That's what they calling it. I don't think it's a takedown.
I think it is a.
Well, let's update on what happened.
Okay.
So recently, Kenya Moore has opened up her salon.
Gorgeous.
You mean Kenya Moore hair care? Kenya Moore hair care?
Kenya Moore hair care.
Oh wait, somebody getting on my last nerve.
I love me some Kenya this season.
Okay, don't be a flip flopper.
I'm not
Cynthia.
I'm saying this season, Cynthia yourself flippity flop.
Let's talk about the takedown. But anyhow,
It ain't a takedown.
so she opens up.
Okay, go ahead.
So she opens up her new salon. It's gorgeous, by the way. She has it set up beautiful. She has a beautiful fashion show.
Yeah, hair
like
show.
the Bronner Brothers fashion show with unique hairstyles and
outrageous hairstyles.
Yes,
honey.
and they're judging the hairstyle. The ladies attend. One was invited, but really was uninvited.
But I'm gonna tell you,
her name is Britt Edie.
But you got to take it back to when they went to the vault at the restaurant.
Yes,
and Britt talked about having a pistol. Or a weapon, and that she would whip somebody with it, or a whip, and she was calling her husband.
Sounds like a threat. Sounds like a terrorist threat, child.
Sounds like a assault.
Yes,
that's what
verbal assault.
Not more than that. That's a threat. That's a doggone threat.
Well, anyway, Kenya did not take too kind to that threat of a pistol because she does have her beautiful daughter, Brooklyn. So to her. Registered, you got to think about how she's thinking.
She's from Detroit now. Don't play with
If
Detroit.
you come with me with a gun,
with those words,
I'm gonna react. Anybody's gonna react because you remember years ago, Kenya had someone jumped her gate at her gated house, and she had her gun.
She had to pull it,
and she ran them off. So maybe Britt has been following Kenya like that, been a fan and saw her do that. You know, get rid of those intruders off her land. So that's why she brought up having a gun. Maybe allegedly.
Britt took it too far. She took it way too far.
And then Bravo allowed us to hear it. Not only did she say it once, she continued saying, "Get my pistol and where's my husband?" Like he was gonna bring it to her.
And he got out the car and went to her. And the thing is, it was probably more said and a lot of edited. And that's why I say I wouldn't say completely that it was a takedown, because they wouldn't have showed that part.
Right.
They're showing the reasoning behind Kenya's response.
And people are not happy about that because to me it's a terrorist threat. She threatened someone with a pistol.
And an OG, a queen, because she's the peasant, remember?
But if you're new coming on to this show, Real Housewives of Atlanta is like a major show. Has, so many
iconic show in Atlanta.
Followings. A lot of people, watch that show. And so why would you not go after the queen? Because like you said, in the beginning, it's going to bring attention to you. But that's not the attention you want.
That's a negatory.
You want to be friends with the queen.
Yeah.
Not enemies with the queen.
Yes.
You ever heard that girl 9 Days Film say, whoever messes with the queens, what's
off with the heads? Yeah, we don't say that extra word. Let's just say off with the head. We know what's going to happen when the head off.
But anyway, so as Kenya is doing her, introduction of her salon, Britt comes in with Kelly. Now, why would Kelly bring Britt and why would Britt come? Britt claims she wants to apologize. No,
with some flowers.
To me, she wanted to get seen on video because she knew all the ladies gonna be there. No, she know all, and she don't want to miss a scene.
Oh yeah, she
you get paid per episode, baby.
She need to get half her check.
She was there for the episode. So, as she come in with flowers to greet Kenya and all that, Kenya is like, ignore her, give her the cold shoulder, like, who you talk to, skip right over. And so she puts the flowers down with the card and everything. And so then Britt, I guess she feels...
She had a nerve to come there.
She had a nerve to bring something.
Hey, you tell somebody you're going to pop
like
with
I said, she won't get paid for that episode, boo.
No, she's trying to get under Kenya's skin because her showing up, which Kelly, wake up. Her showing up would trigger Kenya. Because Kenya probably would have never brought up the photos if she hadn't seen Brick and Minaj, no, coming in there.
And this is the thing. Why would the ladies encourage her to come to the opening of the show of the spot, knowing that her and Kenya had fell out? That's not.
Well, the only one that kind of pushed her to come was Kelly, right?
Yeah.
Her little friend, little Kelly.
I don't know, but when she sat down with Shamia and Miss Angela Oakland, they was thinking that you need to apologize and whatever.
But we didn't say come to my opening to apologize. That's not the place or time, baby.
No. Let her focus on her opening. Like I said, and everyone is saying, even Cynthia, Flip-Flop Cynthia, says it's all about her new spot opening. Right, so why bring something toxic to her new opening?
Right.
They should have, what they should did was got up and say, Britt, now go on and go, girl. Don't come in here.
This to me was epic of, even though, everybody's, Kenya, but Kenya waited for a platform where everybody was present, so everybody would know, so it wouldn't go from ear to ear to ear to ear. This is the kind of girl this girl is, this is who she is. She wanted everybody to know who that girl was, so she could, expose her.
Okay, and let's ask you this: did Kenya's assistant blow up the photos? Who did the research of the photos? She said she had a private investigator. We don't know. She said it was a private investigator. So there you have it.
And Andy, we cannot sweep this under the rug, sweetheart. This is a threat towards a woman that's a mother, an entrepreneur, a queen of the show. That just does not slide. That does not sit well with the viewers. And if they feel like Bravo is allowing bullying and threatening attempts attack their employees, which are the meat of the show, that's a problem. Your ratings are going to plummet.
Yes, and the ratings are not that great. And they tried to put out recently that the ratings were good. So now Kenya comes out. She pulls out these poster boards of Britt Nikki, in these compromising positions with fellatio of a man or whoever, and
of course,
and she shows everything. And the women walks out. Portia walks out. Cynthia, your bestie of Bessie, who left her bestie Nene to be bestie with you, leaves out. Nene warned you, girl. She warned you, girl. And Portia leaves out, and Kelly leaves out. And
Kelly left first before that picture came up. But the thing is, I feel like if my friend is there and you see that she's really hurting from this situation,
right?
You would say, wait. You would kind of try to diffuse the situation and talk to her and say, I know you're hurting. I know it hurt, but this is not the way to present this now.
They all saying
this is not the moment. Focus on your opening.
But Kenya, she always do an iconic. Who this is gonna be in the history books, honey. Who is this? But anywho, everyone's left. The world is in an uproar. People that watch the show is in an uproar. The ratings are low. Kenya has millions of fans, and they're not liking what is going on. They are Kenya supporters. They're not familiar with this Britt Edie. They're not familiar with Kelly.
Well, they are now.
But not enough. They haven't gained that likability as of yet.
Not gonna get it
because they are newbies. Now Kelly, I think she has a fan base that's really growing, and a lot, Kenya does have some haters that, want to see her come down, but I just hate to see any woman of color or any woman at all, but especially a woman of color to each just bring each other down. Tear each other down. But don't we have it hard enough? But
me being on Housewives, which I could,
okay,
I would say when she presented, my pistol, I would say, I would say, I would have did a Dr. Heaven, security. I would have screamed. I would act a fool right there in that parking lot. We're gonna show it up. We're gonna show who you are, lady. Cause she would have tested the waters. Britt would have came out even more thirstier than she is now.
What is so funny is Britt Nikki keeps saying, that's not my character. That's not me. And then Kelly is piggyback. She's not like that. But now, on down the line, Kelly just had a recent interview, and her and Britt Nikki are not cuckoo.